Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. You beautiful people, thank you so much for choosing to start the morning off with us. It is a Friday, and we're glad you can join us. Now, do you ever feel tethered to your phone or managing a fountain of notifications as they come through? Then we've got some good news for you this week. Google unveiled a host of brand new apps. They're called experiments that seek to promote digital well-being on your smart devices. Now, here to help us unpack these experiments and what they do for our life and our well-being is resident tech expert Bryan Smith. Bryan, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning to you too.
Good. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, I'm ready for some digital well-being.
Yeah, I can tell you're ready for that. But first of all, let's probably start with the most obvious question. Why is Google interested in digital well-being?
Awesome. So there are actually two dimensions to this. And the first is a genuine concern for the way we use our smartphones and technology and the way that intersects or engages with our daily lives. But as well, Google's making a broader push into digital wellness. They've recently forced smartphone manufacturers making Android handsets, which Google maintains, to now include digital well-being apps from the get-go when you open up your phone out of the box.
Yes, I remember that story.
Absolutely. So now these new apps are sort of experiments to see how different people engage with different experiments and different apps, so to speak, and settings that they can access. And it's perhaps not too difficult to imagine that some of these features might make their way into Android smartphones in the very near future.
This is not a dream. This is not a pipe dream or something that they're wishing on. It's something they actually already are working on. Let's start with two apps. The one is called Morph and the other is called Desert Island. What do they do?
So both of these are actually quite similar, although they're a sort of varying concept, and they're actually what are called launchers. So if you install this on your Android smartphone, they'll actually take care of handling your apps and notifications for you. So the two of them are slightly different in execution. Morph is more around setting a number of apps that you can only access in different settings. So you'll assign apps specifically to work or play. And then Desert Island essentially forces you to pick 7 apps that you will only be able to use throughout the entirety of your day. So it's all about forcing you to make really more tactical and considered decisions about what you choose to open up and use.
Yeah. So next up, what do we flip? Postbox, unlock, and then we've got clock as well, which I'm guessing has nothing to do with an alarm. What do those apps do?
So WeFlip is a pretty interesting one if you've ever been to sort of a gathering of friends and then you all find after a short while everyone's on their smartphone.
My friends all the time.
So it's essentially a game that you can play by tethering your phones to NFC. You'll place your phone straight down on a surface, and the first person to essentially flip up or open their phone will lose the game, and the challenge is to go as long as possible.
Okay.
Postbox essentially delays you receiving notifications until a certain time of day that you can specify, be it 3 or 4 o'clock. And then unlock clock. It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is a bit of a, yeah.
It's really something interesting. So it's actually a live wallpaper, and it displays a count every day of how many times you've opened your phone. So it just gives you that bit of cognizance into how you're actually using your smart device in day to day.
Yeah, this is fantastic. So lastly, where can we download all of these new experiments that Google has come out with?
So they're only unfortunately available if you've got an Android device, but
Okay.
fortunately that means if you've got an Android tablet or smartphone, you can access them right now.
Yeah.
And they're all available in the Google Play Store. We don't know how long they'll be around, but it's likely that these features at some point will become some kind of default feature within Android, hopefully.
This is so helpful. Have you downloaded all of them?
I've got all of them.
And you're using all of them?
Making a big difference already.
Every day?
Every day.
Wow, Bryan, you're my inspiration. Give me a handshake for that.
Thanks, man.
Well done, well done. I'm inspired. Well, thanks again to Bryan. Be sure to keep up with the latest tech news on bandwidthblog.com. Thanks, Bryan.
Thanks, man.